and you can call me Frederick von Kraus.
All right,
We hope that by the end of the weekend you'll be able to say, I can dance. Oh, I can dance. Oh, I can dance. Oh, I can dance. Come on, come on, come on.
Going down. Welcome to the space jam.
We're together. Let's go. Let's go.
At the space jam.
Let's get a clap going. All right, here's a quick transition. Quick transition. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. Keep it back. Go. Take it back. Yeah, are you okay? You good? Please, can I sit down?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Tom, tell us. We're all wondering. Tell us about the proposal.
Oh, proposal, old news. She said no, but there's Prom not for many months. She actually said it was weird that I was asking her this early.
Yeah. Prom is not for a while.
Yeah.
honest, as fun as today was, as fun as it was for me to walk around and just watch this place come to life, I really all day found myself waiting for this moment. I found myself just wanting to be back in here, and to stand on the stage and to have this conversation, because this morning we left off with some pretty hard news. We talked about this attitude of our heart, this disease, this attitude that the Bible calls sin. That makes us, we look at God and we say, hey God, thanks, but no thanks. I want to live life the way I want to live it. And we talked about how we were just kind of like my friend's daughter Miranda. We were kind of caught, helpless with the evidence of this attitude of our heart all around us. And that's hard to hear. It was hard to tell you. Maybe you even found yourself walking out of here, or walking out of your cabin times, just thinking, well, what's the deal? I mean, what am I supposed to do then? What am I supposed to do? It's hard news to hear. But here's the good news. The good news is that even though we're helpless, left with the consequence of our sin, separation from God, now and forever, we are not hopeless. We're not hopeless. We have hope in a God who keeps moving towards you. It all started one night when Jesus was hanging out with some of his friends in this place, kind of their usual place, where they would go a lot. And some of the religious leaders, they found out where he was and they came to arrest him. They wanted to arrest him because they were tired of him. These religious leaders, they were used to a crowd following them. But that crowd was no longer following these guys. They were now following Jesus. And the religious leaders had had enough. And so they came to arrest Jesus. They came to arrest him. And one of his friends said, not on my watch. This is what he said, or this is what happens. It says, suddenly Peter, one of Jesus' disciples, drew a sword and struck the high priest's servant, cutting off his ear. At this, Jesus said to him, put your sword away. Don't you know that I could appeal to my Father, and he would at once send more than 60,000 angels to defend me? And then Jesus touched the man's ear and healed him. When Jesus had taken a drink, he cried out, it is finished. And his head fell forward and he died. It is finished. 3 words. Here's the deal. These were the same 3 words that were used in the Roman prison system during that time. What would happen is if you committed a crime and got caught, and got put in jail, then they would give you what was called a certificate of debt. It would work like this. If let's say I committed a crime, and on the certificate of debt it would say your name, Drew T, your crime, stole a camel.
My name is Johannes. I'm a candidate for the 2020 presidential election. Vote for me.